Okay, go ahead.
Good evening. This is the Town of Canyon Police Commission regular meeting, June 18th, 2025. We are having it in headquarters, headquarters at 134 South Avenue. Item on the agenda is minutes from the previous meeting of May 21. Here.
Not here.
And here. Motion approved. So moved. Second. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Second is the minutes from the special meeting we had on May 27th. Any additions or corrections on that? No changes. No changes.
None.
Motion to approve. Second. Community addiction awareness vision volume. Thanks.
So, yeah, thank you for having me at the top of the agenda. So this is the 9th annual digital.
You
And,
could pull a chair up a little bit
If you want to come up more.
rather than yelling across.
Okay.
You might use
yeah, so, you know, this is, I don't have to like tell you what it's about, you know, but I tell you, for me, no, I'm not gonna do this forever, you know, but in tribute to my son, this has been very rewarding, and fulfilling for me. And, you know, we have our support meetings, and we have our monthly pathway sessions. And yet when I talk to somebody that doesn't know what the group is, you know, I'll describe it, you know, we do our meetings, we do this, never heard of you guys. And then I'll say something like, but we have you ever heard of our vigil at the end of August? And they go, oh, that's you guys? I had no idea. Yeah, that's us. And so it's been very rewarding that, you know, last year we had 500 people there. And so, and I think the impact is real. I think when people are standing up and sharing their stories of recovery, that it impacts at least one person. And I'd say it saves lives. That's what I'm going with. That's sort of what keeps me going. And so it's August 27th, which is a Wednesday that we have on, you know, we want to do the vigil again in that same space, between Morse Court and Elm Street on South Avenue, and between 2 and 10. Because it's a Wednesday, then the next day can be our rain date, Thursday. So we want to have the rain date be Thursday, same time, 2 to 10. And we'll work with the traffic department to close it off. We do the same thing we do each year, but I think this year we're going to get the fire department to help with our banners that we have. And we have the equipment to help. As far as that goes. So, you know, a lot of people are brought into the planning of this, and which I think helps with the attendance, because more and more people hear about it. It starts at 6:15. Yeah, that's when we have music and the stories and the speakers are start at 7.
Close it down on 2.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I gotta work with Tucker and get the approval through the town as well.
Okay. Motion to approve. Yes.
Yes.
Second. Second. All in favor? Aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. This is- That's probably more effective. You don't know how
Right.
effective it is.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
Stock plan application for chief. There we go.
Yes, so this is for retirement option plans available to us. Plan that needs to be just by the commission, so we have to sign. Effective July
First,
1st.
sign that.
Yeah. So, I'll sign that.
Okay, great. Discussion. Any motion to approve? So moved. Second. Aye. Rushing. Told me not tomorrow. Next. Okay. C, approval for uniform clothing reimbursements. All right, so it starts with, so the whole package is signed.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of like the number 1 to 20, but it starts with the invoice. Invoice numbers 79425, and it goes through. Just refer to the
It's-
package,
it's the package I emailed on the 13th.
That's-
Yeah.
correct, that's-
It's a lot because it's towards the end of the fiscal year and everything's trying.
Yeah.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah.
So it's wonder one. Next month.
Yeah.
All right, now it's a fiscal year end, too. Awesome. All those in favor? All right. Let's go ahead and request for Lieutenant Milligan.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, motion approved. Second.
Aye.
Aye. Request for outside employment for Lieutenant of Police. Forward there. Motion there. Motion to approve. So moved.
Second.
Letter of appreciation for.
So I received an email from Sergeant Catanero from the owners of Mobile Station. He assisted them in investigation of a juvenile that was caught stealing. Responded promptly, handled the situation with exceptional professionalism. Remained calm, firm, patient. Good out.
Good outcome for
Yeah,
everybody.
good outcome. So very good. The writer of the letter says, one of the keys is it's a teachable moment. So that's good to hear.
That is.
Sergeant Catanero.
And sir, family name, just
Michael Stin.
you have the police commission meeting, you're in the right meeting? Okay. Monthly reports, chief.
You want to, do you have a comment you wish to say or just?
Yeah, a couple things.
Now or after?
Yeah, always.
Yeah, let's go, we'll take it out of the business. Okay, a little bit. All right, that's okay.
No problem.
First month of statistics, everything's it's pretty good. We're tracking pretty well. Nothing, the large flips anywhere. One you may notice is from motor vehicle stops from the previous month to this month, it went down a little bit, but that last month was a grant. We hired a lot of extra options to do a lot of extra enforcement. That's why that was just a month anomaly, but we're still tracking pretty high on motor vehicle enforcement. Like to see that. Like to see the officers active out there. So, yeah.
Just my comment. Medical assist. I don't think people understand how many medical assists we do. You know, 3 a day, 4 days sometimes. It's real. The first one's on scene, and it's a very, very important part of the job. People don't realize.
Yeah, over 1,000 a year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Right.
You know,
What's
it's,
the general nature?
I couldn't give you those kind of statistics, but yeah, and something to highlight as well is that on all those calls, the majority of them, the volunteers from the ambulance corps that go to all these calls as well. They're
Well, yeah.
all volunteers,
Right.
and it's just an
Right.
amazing group that does amazing work.
That's our guys, yeah, also out there circling.
Our folks get there
They're just
usually first and start administering. So initially, it's a
Yeah.
it's a great team. staffing report, 66% at minimum last month, so. I'm tracking where it is, and we're gonna get into the summer months. We'll manage it. Year-to-date budget, we are closing out the fiscal year, we're at 90%, 90.3% of our overall operating budget, which is close out the year on budget, much as you can see. Extra duty aging, construction companies are still there, the firms is do a lot of work, but they're current.
They're current.
Yeah, they're current. One construction company, Tinker, was put on notice. They were suspended for a brief time. But they're starting to pay back. They're on a payment plan. They had a lot of large payments due at one time, they said, so they kind of got caught off guard. But they're rectifying things, and they're on a payment plan, so Tiger's positive about that, so that's good. Yeah, they're on notice, so yeah. They'll get it straight. Okay.
So the department.
We are having an awards ceremony next
Thursday.
Thursday here. So these are, we'll discuss that today, but first one, meritorious student award to Sergeant Caponera, management field training program. Been in that field since 2016, and we'll be here in 2019. Just doing a great job. It's a lot of work to manage personalities, ships, and these officers work, get them the exposure that they need in a short amount of time with their field training. So it's done a tremendous job. This award is going to Brian Conley, and Kelly Kaufman is getting the Commissioner's Physical Fitness Award. Great work on our biannual fitness. Yeah, and the announcement for award ceremony for all the other unit citations, and then of course the officer of the year. 26 at 11 a.m.
You're up. Hi, again, what's your name again, Michael?
Yes, most people call me Mickey.
Mickey, you can put your chair a little closer, Chris.
Yeah.
I obviously it's new, you know, getting.
Hmm.
Mickey, what's your last name?
Statement, S-T-A-Y,
S-T-A-Y.
M-A-N. Statement.
Got it. Now you're air conditioning, right? Really loud, right? So. What's up?
First issue is, I live on Down River Road, which is about a mile south
Yep,
of town.
know where
off
it
Main
is,
Street. And traffic is, as the kids say, off the speed of traffic on Main Street is dangerous. No other way to put it.
It really picked up the other day too, when the construction started here. The one lane coming north goes there, and then now they're on Main Street by you. It's gonna be, and it will slow traffic down. But well, the volume is so many cars, because I used to be at least 20 cars making the turn down. When the side street says to go out to Main Street to go.
It's really worse when there are few cars.
Yeah.
Cars come down the hill,
Right.
they get up to, I guess, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And they just keep it. My wife and I, down the road, as you know, is on the opposite side of Main Street from the sidewalk.
Yep.
And cars coming around the corner going northbound are also going quite a bit fast. And hit their brakes hard because we can't see them. We're in the middle of the road. It's not good for anybody. I remember last time Tiger put one of those signs up. He said the metric was was 85%, so 85% are going below the speed, 15% are going above, was 37 miles an hour. It's 50% above the speed limit. Means 1 out of every 6 cars is going over 37 miles an hour.
We'll put it on our list again and we'll pay some attention, like the commissioner said, particularly now that South Ave is gonna be back up with construction throughout the summer. We'll have some options out there. Get some attention out there.
Speed, sewer,
Yeah.
Roads kind of turning over, there are a lot more little kids there now.
There are, more construction, new construction and new homes.
Yeah, there were a couple
Yeah,
new homes
yeah.
there. 3 kids now, and 1 woman is 2.
Hmm.
So there are going to be more. And there's a
Yeah.
house for sale across the street. I expect some of those kids. Like, they're going there too, so that's happening. So the whole thing.
Thank you for the way that's good. Unless somebody comes to us and tells us this, I don't know, but we don't.
Yeah, we walk hard.
Yeah.
Good. This is a quick side administrative note. The website still says the meetings are at town hall.
Oh,
So I walked up to town hall. That's why I was late. And so now I've walked back. And that's okay.
Where on the website did you see that?
Under the police commission, it says meetings are held
Okay,
at 77.
Yeah, there's another tweak we got.
Right, so that's why, you
This is
know.
our first
it's
time
not-
back.
Yeah, this is my first time here.
Yeah, sure. I took the tour
Okay.
when it opened up, you know, it's a great building and I'm so glad it's here, but that's
So at
a,
least we
sorry.
have
it
air
was a-
conditioner on high blast.
Yeah. Out there today.
That could have been hot stuff in here.
is your street a dead end?
Yes,
So you're worried about mostly people trying to make a right or a left onto Main Street?
No,
from
he's just
your-
commenting about Main Street, and then when he says he needs to walk, to get to the sidewalk, he's gonna cross Main Street, like sort of a different road.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of sight line from downriver, especially from north on Main Street, you can't see.
There's no,
It's kind of curved, crest of the hill, so
and there's no crosswalk there for you to cross.
no, I mean, that would be ideal.
that would be difficult. It's not.
Let's not go there
Yeah,
yet. Okay.
mid-block crosswalks are very difficult, and then put them in locations that there's not a good sight.
Mm.
You're gonna be in the crosswalk expecting people to stop, but then people won't see you, so it could create more danger, so. I
mean,
wouldn't.
The other thing you can do is you can put a stop sign going
No,
north.
we're not
And,
gonna do that
you know,
either.
I don't know.
That's not.
I'm just,
Yeah.
it's,
Those
I'm
aren't
not here
appropriate
to
that-
solve it for you, I'm
We'll-
here to
we'll- yeah.
say,
Don't
you know,
even,
to
we'll,
let you know.
what was your second topic?
So the second topic is I'm involved in the disc golf course at Wayne. And we've talked to the Parks and Rec Commission, and I've talked to Tiger about a sidewalk there. We track statistics of players and the way the
Sorry, where would the sidewalk be?
it would be from that entrance to the waving pool, you know, to the
Yeah, yeah,
banquet pool across Lapham Road. The entrance of the disc golf course. So players park in that paddle lot, or typically the paddle lot. And so it's crossing Lapham Road. We estimate 12,000 players a year, or 24,000 crossings of that road to play disc golf. I can show you the graphs of the statistics if you want to see it over time, and it's continuing to grow. And we've done a lot of work this year. We've actually installed 17 of the 18 blue tee pads, and we have the materials for the white tee pads, so we'll be installing those as well. And now that we have permanent tee pads, and players will regard it as a higher rated course, and more people will come. So it will continue to grow in popularity, which is great. But we think it's an appropriate place for a sidewalk. I mean, a crosswalk due to the volume there. And we've mentioned to Tiger through Parks and Rec, but I thought since I was coming here about Main Street, I couldn't. So that's what's for your consideration.
The time for a crosswalk would be when there's an actual sidewalk. You would put a crosswalk, you know, basically. So the Parks and Rec and the town would need to sidewalk, and then you could do it properly with proper, would need to be handicap rated, slope, and stuff.
Yeah, so we talked to Tyler before the work was done, before the bids even went out for the work, when the sidewalks were improved for the pool. Tyler's response was, oh, your timing is great because we're about to do this work. And then the work was done and not,
The sidewalk on Lapham.
no, the sidewalk from the pool
Yeah.
to improve the
To
sidewalk to go to the paddle parking
Okay,
lot.
alright.
So he kind of indicated, well, okay, we can have that sidewalk just continue around that little bit. And that would allow for the crosswalk going
Might
across.
bring it up, back up and see where that's at.
Well, I don't know who makes the decision about sidewalks, you know.
Not
I mean,
not
crosswalks.
Crosswalks would be us, but we wouldn't put, like I said, a crosswalk to nowhere, it would have to be a safe place for people to cross to and from. So,
Okay.
you know, and that doesn't need to be, it could be, you know.
Just parking space.
That, you know, I don't want to speak for Tyler, this is
Yeah.
his area, so I would circle back with him and see where it stands, but we're certainly willing to entertain it. Tiger and I, you know,
Yeah.
frequently, so if he has something that is our input on, we're happy to provide it.
I tried to contact him leading up to this meeting, and he didn't. I tried last week, he responded, he wasn't available. I tried Monday, I gave him all these times, and he didn't respond, so I'm trying.
Okay,
I would check the Parks and Rec too, George Bennington.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
yeah, Parks and Rec, we might be a place to start.
yeah,
They gotta work together.
yeah.
We come kind of coming behind them, so.
About 3 months ago, I guess, we made a presentation on this golf course altogether, because they're supporting the materials for the piece. So we presented, this is where we are, we talked about the concert there. He referred us, well, that's not our department. You know, so I'm getting a little bit of finger pointing. But, you know, I'm happy to do that, so I've talked to you, so when I get a hold of Tyler, which I'm trying to do, then, you know, then you guys just gotta get it.
Yep, and then the crosswalk is the easy part, honestly, you know, that's just put your rule and put it to paint the road, it's not the heavy lift, the heavy lift is the crosswalk and the sidewalk. Properly, so, but once that's there, we can act on it pretty quickly, if that's something that's.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry about the long walk, but you know, it's a
Yeah,
nice day for a
no, I mean,
walk.
I intended to walk up and back, and it's just not in that order.
That's right, it's the same route anyway.
Right.
Okay, any other business?
Second. Hold on one second.
I just
No.
looked